Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Basham Karkadash, Baktha, double honor to the apostle and elders of GreatMillStone, and Shalom to the brothers out there pushing this truth, man. Just wanted to get into a topic, man, about hell. You know what hell is according to the scriptures, and to give the understanding on that, because there's a lot of different beliefs and religions out there where they'll teach you that if you die and you've led a sinful life, then you're gonna go and burn forever in some place, or you're gonna go and burn there and come back and keep burning. Basically, they make it sound like you're gonna go to some spiritual place where you're gonna just keep burning and getting fucked up, which is not according to the truth of Yahushua, not according to this doctrine, man. So Lord willing, I'm gonna bring that out now. Just want to bring this out quickly. This is hell on the Wikipedia. It says, now even though this ain't Judaism, which is going off, because this is the book and the commandments and the law was given to the children of Israel. Okay, this ain't a religion like that. It's just that's what it is, man. It's for the children of Israel. It's our way of life with the people of Yahweh Shai. So it says early Judaism had no concept of hell, although the concept of an afterlife was introduced during the Hellenistic period, right? So you had a lot of bullshit coming in, and you had that even before that, man. The concept of hell and things, because it's a heathenistic belief, okay? Only a heathen's who doesn't believe in Yahweh Shai is gonna think that when they die, they don't know what happens, man. They'll say you're gonna burn in hell and all that. And that's just, first of all, that's just heathenistic, and second of all, that's just scare tactics, man. Like for example, the church use, man. Okay, to get people to bend to their will. But hey, when we die, man, the scriptures say that. Let me get that quickly. Actually, this is Ecclesiastes 3:21. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth? So when we die, man, hey, we go up into we go out. I say up, but the spiritual realm is around us. We basically go into the spiritual realm, man. Okay, the third heaven, as the scriptures call it. And that's where Yahweh Shai and the angels are, okay. And that's where every spirit goes once they've actually left their body, their bodig. And when you go up there, you get your judgment, and you come back onto the earth, man, the third or fourth generation, and you play out that judgment. Okay, this is Exodus 34:7. Keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will not by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, and upon the children's children, onto the third and to the fourth generation. So what that's talking about is reincarnation. Okay, when you come back into the body after you've gone up into the spiritual realm, then you play out the judgments that were basically put on you when you got judged up in the spiritual realm, man, for the deeds that you did. Okay. Now I'm gonna go into this first scripture and just go into the word hell, man. So this is Matthew chapter, what was it? Where did I get now? 5:22. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without cause shall be in danger of the judgment, and whosoever shall say to his brother Rakah shall be in danger of the council, but whosoever shall say thou fool shall be in danger of hellfire. Alright? So does that mean that if you call your brother a fool, then you're gonna be burning in forever in eternity in a pit in hell? In fire? Is that what that means? No, we're gonna go into it. It says the word there, right, is, if we go into it, let the cracker say it. Let me go back into it, actually. It's interlinear. Yep. G. Cool.
Strong's G 1067. Gehenna.
Yeah.
Gehenna.
Let's read what it says. It says, hell is a place of the future punishment called Gehenna or fire. This was originally the valley of Hinnom, south of Jerusalem, where the filth and dead animals of the city were cast out and burned, a fit symbol of the wicked and their future destruction. So what's going to happen to the wicked, which is Esau? He's going to be done away with, and he's going to be dead, man. And he is as death. Okay. So what does this represent? It represents death. Okay. That's what this word represents, man. That's what hell represents. It represents death. Okay. So when you see this in the scriptures, when it's the word Gehenna, that's what it's talking about. It's talking about death. Okay. Now there is another word which I'm going to go into, So that and you know, going into the words is how you understand. Going into the Hebrew, that is how you get the understanding of what the Lord was talking about, man. What the understanding of these scriptures, okay? Because you just stick to it English, you're gonna get fucked up, because you got groups like the Bible Destruction Group and the Masoretes and so on and so forth that were set up to basically you know, change certain things in the translations. You can get messed up by that. That's why you always got to go into the Hebrew and be diligent, man, to get the full understanding. This is Matthew chapter 11 verse 23. It says, and thou Capernaum. Now Capernaum was in fact, let's look up what Capernaum is, man. Okay, let me just get that quickly. You know, right, Capernaum, meaning Nahum's village in both languages, was a fishing village established during the time of Hasmoneans, located on the northern shore of the Sea of Galilee. Right, now this was in Israel, man. Okay, and that was a rich port city. Okay, a fishing village. It says, and thou Capernaum, which art exalted unto heaven. Right, what does that mean, to be exalted unto heaven? It means to be in heaven, to be in a high state, a high place. Okay, prosperity. And thou Capernaum, which art exalted unto heaven, shall be brought down to hell. Now, does that mean that a whole city, a whole village is going to be thrown into hell? Okay, into some fiery pit in the underground? No, that's not what it's talking about. If you think that, then obviously you ain't been reading these scriptures. It says, and thou Capernaum, which art exalted unto heaven, shall be brought down to hell. For if thy mighty works which have been done in thee had been done in Sodom, it would have remained unto this day. Okay? So that's just one example of, but that cuts that really, because let's go into the word on that as well. So let's see if that's, look, the word hell there. Okay, now the word hell there is Hades. Now let's go into that, man. Okay, it says, name Hades or Pluto, the god of the lower regions, Orcus, the netherworld, the realm of the dead. Later use of this word, the grave, death, hell. Now what this word is referring to is referring to the grave, man. Okay, because when you go into the Hebrew for this, the word there in the Hebrew is Sheol. Okay, I think I had a scripture. Where did I have that scripture, man? Oh yeah, that's where it was. Yeah, let me get that quickly. This is blue letter, Psalms 88:3. Just so we can get that quickly. Right, so it says, for Psalms 88:3, it says, for my soul is full of troubles, and my life draweth nigh unto the grave. Now, you see, if you go into the word grave there in the Hebrew, Sha'awal, Sheol, as they say it, right? 31 times uses the grave. It says Sheol, underworld, grave, hell, pit, the underworld. Okay, now when you die, where do you go? Your body goes into the grave, man. Okay, and your spirit goes up to the spiritual realm. Okay. So when we go into that word Hades, that's what it's talking about. It's talking about death, and it's talking about grave. It's talking about the grave. Okay. So if we read that scripture again, and thou Capernaum, which art exalted unto heaven, shall be brought down to hell, shall be brought down to the grave, man. Basically, be nullified, be dead. And that's what happens when you go into the grave. You're basically your body's being put to death, man. Now this is Matthew chapter 16, verse 18. And I say also unto thee, thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Right? Again, it's Hades, man. Okay? Because, hey, this church, man, hey, in Yahushua's life, we're going to be living forever, man. The elect are going to be living forever, man. We're going to be changed and be put into new bodies with the law in our minds. And we ain't going to feel death, man. We ain't going to feel the grave. Okay? And I'm just blazing through these scriptures, but I just want to hit the point quick, man. This is a good one, man. This is Acts chapter 22, verse 27. It says, because thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine holy one to see corruption. Thou hast made known to me the ways of life. Thou shalt make me full of joy with thy countenance. Men and brethren, let me freely speak unto you of the patriarch David, that he is both dead and buried, and his sepulchre is with us unto this day. Therefore, being a prophet, knowing that the Most High had sworn with an oath to him, that of the fruit of his loins, according to the flesh, he would raise up Mashiach to sit on his throne. Okay, now that was King Solomon back then, but in a reincarnation, that's Yahushai. Okay, and Yahushai, you know, the Lord said he's going to make the earth his footstool. He says, he seeing this before spake of the resurrection of Yahushai. Now, resurrection, you break that word down, re meaning back, and surrection meaning, I think it was upright in the body. Wait, I had my notes, man. That's right, Salaka, to stand upright. So, to stand upright again, as in to come back to life. Okay, because you're in the grave, you're dead. And then the spirit gets put back in you and you come back to life. Okay? And that's going to happen again, man. Many men that were dead, they're going to come back to, because they ain't really dead. There's none that die in Yahushai, man. Their spirits are going to be put back in their bodies and they're going to come back, man, when the Lord returns. It says, he seeing this before spake of the resurrection of Mashiach. So when the Lord came back and rose back after the third day, it says that his soul was not left in hell, neither his flesh did see corruption. Now, if you went by the Christian doctrine, you would think, okay, so does that mean that Yahushua was in hell? That the one that the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, that he was in hell? No. Okay. How can he be in hell? So they say that Satan is the master of hell, but he resisted Satan, man. So, I mean, see, that's why these Christians, you know, they ain't got it, man. They ain't got this truth. That's why you want to come to the apostles and elders, the GreatMillStone, and the men that teach underneath them to get this truth, man, to get this water the right way, man. He says that his soul was not left in hell. What does that mean? Let's go into that word again. The word there should be, that's it, Hades, grave. So the Lord weren't left in the grave. The word left it in death, man. Okay, the Lord rose up again, man. Get around this one, Revelation 20 and 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. So what do they say? They say, Christians say you get burned up in some eternal fire, man. You got some red devil there with a pitchfork. Yeah, that's madness, man. You think that you've done something? Hey, the only nation that's gonna get it, man, is gonna be Esau. Okay, and even then, the spirit, you can't destroy the spirit. The spirit's still gonna be going, man. It's just the nation's gonna be done away with. So that, you know, that seed, that lineage, that those bodies, that's gonna be done away with, man. It says, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. So how are you gonna cast death and hell into the lake of fire? See, that don't make sense if you go and buy that Christian doctrine, man. Okay, this is talking about death being done away with, man. Okay, talking about that second death, talking about that second death, man, when the Lord returns, man. The World War III and all that, man. Again, that's the word for Sheol, man. Underworld, grave, hell, and pit. So, you know, you can't be moved with every wind of the word. You got to go into these different words, and you got to understand that all that stuff like Dante's Inferno and stuff like that. Look, that's all make-believe bullshit, man. Okay, it's fear-mongering. Okay, let me get that quickly. Let's see what happens when you die, man. This is Job chapter 3, verse 31. Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? So, Job's, you know, he's saying, why? He's lamenting. He's saying, why didn't I just die, man? Okay, why didn't I just be a stillbirth? Now, if you go down, it says, verse 13. For now should I have lain still and been quiet, dead in the body. I should have slept. Then had I been at rest. You're in rest in the spiritual realm. Okay, that's where everyone goes. The wicked and the righteous, man. It says, with kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves, or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver. Or as an hidden untimely birth I had not been, as infants which never saw light. There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. There the prisoners rest together, they hear not the voice of the oppressor. The small and the great are there, and the servant is free from his master. That's the spiritual realm, man. It says, wherefore is so that's what when basically what it's saying here is Job was basically going into the spiritual realm and saying, when you die, everyone in the world always asks that, what happens when you die? What happens when you die? Well, the scriptures bring it out plain, man. You go up into the spiritual realm where you came from, because the Lord is called the Father of Spirits. The Father of Spirits created you, man. put that spirit in that body, okay, into this flesh, and then you live out your life, and then you come back and get reincarnated, man. You know. So, you know, that hell bullshit, man. You still believe in that in 2017, and you're watching these videos and something's wrong with you. You gotta get out of your mind. That's a false doctrine, man. You know. And I hope that's been edifying. With that, all praise to Yahweh, Shmi Al Shai, the bonus to the Apostle, that was a great millstone. Shalom.